Hi everyone, my name is Anne and I'm a nutritionist at Safefood, part of the nutrition team. And I'm going to give you a quick overview of our Community Food Initiative programme and in particular our Cross Border Partnership funding. So I suppose just to begin with a little bit of background on the Community Food Initiatives, or CFI as I might refer to it during the presentation. The overall aim of the programme is to positively influence the eating habits of communities across the island of Ireland, and it supports the development of skills and knowledge around food and healthy eating. And we've had over 65,000 people involved in the programme since it began back in 2010. And I suppose really it's all about using food as a vehicle for change. So I suppose their kind of primary aim is influencing eating habits. And we know from our evaluations of previous rounds of this program that we see improved knowledge and skills around food and healthy eating and confidence around cooking and food skills. But also we see wider positive impacts on health and well-being. So the being part of the program allows organizations to link participants in with other helpful programs and services outside of the work of the Community Food Initiative program. And it also provides a space to really meet new people and give people a sense of community. And this is the sixth program that we are funding. So in terms of the overall program, there are three strands to it. So we have our core program, which is underway, where we have recruited 28 organizations to deliver programs for 4 years. We have our cross-border partnership, which I'll be focusing on today. And we also have our Community Food Initiative Innovate, which is one-off funding for up to 25 organisations each year to deliver a project. But I'm going to focus in now on the cross-border partnership element. So we are funding four cross-border partnerships for 4 years. So that's from 2025 to 2028. So in total, we're looking to recruit eight organisations. That's four in Northern Ireland and four in Ireland. So that will end up with having two organisations, one from Northern Ireland and one from Ireland, working in partnership to deliver programmes for 4 years. So when you're applying, we're asking you to submit your application in partnership with another organisation. And each partnership will deliver kind of one programme or project per year for 4 years. So the two organizations will work together, and in partnership, they will develop and plan the project and all its elements. So it's co-designed and should have input really from the community as well in terms of their needs and what they would like to see. The projects must support participants over time. So it's about bringing people together on multiple occasions to build on skills and knowledge. It's up to each partnership to identify their target audience based on the needs of your own local communities. Um, the organizations, you can choose similar target audiences, or you can focus on different target audiences depending on, what will be relevant to your own local communities. So in terms of breaking down the projects, organizations can choose to deliver projects on the same themes or different themes, again, as best meets the needs of your own audiences. But each project must include at least one joint activity where the participants are brought together in person. So the joint activity could be, for example, at the end of the project, bringing your groups together for their final session. So that might be that you bring them together, for example, for and have a cookery demonstration, and then maybe they're able to share a meal, from what's been cooked and share experiences then and share stories. You might have a nutrition element there in terms of you might have a talk from somebody at that session on different topics related to nutrition. But really here you want to have consideration around, how you connect and integrate your audiences. So it's not just about, sitting people in the same room. What we really want is, to integrate people together and give them a space to, share experiences and share stories with one another. Um, The funding does include a specific travel budget as well to facilitate this joint activity. Um, for a little bit of context as well, I suppose we ran the Cross Border Partnership as a pilot last year. So this is the first time that we've included this element to the Community Food Initiative program. So we did a small pilot last year to test it out and make sure that it would work. And the organizations that were involved, the kind of joint activity that they both did was bringing people together around a kind of a central kind of cooking demonstration. But at those events, then for one of them, they focused on kind of promoting healthy eating on a budget. They talked about the benefits of bulk cooking, say, and healthy diets. And then the other, they focused again around the cooking, giving nutrition information about the items that they were cooking, and the participants then were able to share the cooked food, then have that meal together, and share stories with one another in that setting. Funding can be used to deliver projects under six themes, which are there on the screen. I won't spend too much time on this, but it's in the supporting information document that is available to you all. Just a note to say that qualified tutors and experts must be used when talking about nutrition. And again, there's a full breakdown of the details of this in the supporting information documents that are available to you. In terms of the content of the projects that you deliver, I mean, it's really up to you and your particular audience what you would like to focus in on. But I'm just pulling some examples here. Now, these come from work of our previous Community Food Initiative program projects. So they weren't specific cross-border projects, because as I said, this is a new element to the program, but just to give you a flavour of the type of work that organizations do. Generally, cooking tends to be at the center of the project, so that's kind of what draws people in and is the focal point. But then, kind of around that, the nutrition information, food safety is all kind of woven in and built around that. So we have examples here of, projects where we had weekly cooking demonstrations, so you could give ingredient packs then to participants to make those meals at home. Alternatively, you could, if you have the facilities to have everybody cook together, you could do that, and then they'd be able to share that meal together at the end of the session. And then information around topics like your meal planning, your healthier shopping, budgeting, food safety is all woven into that. You can also use funding to deliver existing community programs like Healthy Food Made Easy, Cook It, or Food Values. I suppose, but just remember that there is still the requirement to have a joint activity in addition to the activities that would be set out in the curriculum for those programs. In addition to the funding that you get to deliver the project, we also provide resources that can be used to support the participants of your programs. So we have a range of digital and print resources available across lots of different topics related to healthy eating and food safety. We have got both physical resources like booklets, infographics, but also digital resources like recipe videos and lots of recipes. We've got a recipe book that you can order, but also lots of recipes online on our website. And we also have kind of practical resources like portion plates and serving cups as well, which will be available. And for anyone who's successful in receiving the funding, a full list of those would be provided once we get to that stage. And then finally, just a note to say that if you're looking for any other kind of ideas around the type of work and the kind of projects that we've previously funded under a Community Food Initiative program, we have a number of case study booklets which give examples of different projects. Again, I suppose just the kind of caveat that the cross-border element is new, but it'll give you a flavour for the type of work that organisations have done around those central themes. So I will leave it there and hand back over to Sinead.